ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Good afternoon. A man wanted for crimes in Brooklyn, New York has been arrested in Bangor and is now facing drug charges. Plus, Governor Mills and Attorney General Fry announced the abortion pill mifepristone will remain available in Maine. And the Bucksport Town Council has approved a moratorium on permitting landfills. Thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Susan Farley is off today, and we'll have those stories and others in just a moment.
Happy Friday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G. and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So we're looking pretty good out here, at least at this point. Just some clouds that I've been tracking through. We'll be seeing a lot of sunshine and a few passing clouds for us today. So overall, looking nice, and I think you're going to like the temperatures as well. 70s on the way before we're all finished up. So definitely get outside and enjoy it. That'll help to melt any snow that might still be on the ground in a few areas. But otherwise, though, future cast for today, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, but even by tonight we're looking pretty good. And even by Saturday morning, sunshine to start things off. So if you want reasons to get outside, we have plenty of them. Just be careful with the ocean temperatures. So those are still rather cool, with 40s and 50s being noted for those ocean temperatures, at least at this point. But otherwise, though, winds not too bad, mainly out of the north at times at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour. But even through parts of Saturday, the wind is looking rather relaxed. But we do have chances for precipitation in the forecast coming up soon. Lower 70s today. That'll be beautiful. Mostly sunny. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 30s on the way. Mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, mid-60s, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Look at this. A lot of sunshine on the way. These temperatures in the 60s and 70s will feel very nice. And then we'll start to cool off a little bit by around 7 p.m. or so. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Devin. If that doesn't say Happy Friday, I don't know what does. Well, a man wanted for crimes in Brooklyn, New York, has been arrested in Bangor. Authorities say 28-year-old Antron Owens is now also facing drug charges here in Maine. According to the Department of Public Safety, Maine drug agents have spent the past 2 months investigating the sale of crack cocaine and fentanyl from a Moosehead Boulevard residence in Bangor's Capehart neighborhood. They say they made undercover purchases of crack from Owens during that time, and officials say Owens fled on foot when they attempted to arrest him last night and said he threw a stolen gun away while fleeing. He was eventually arrested a short distance away and is now facing drug charges in Maine. He was also wanted out of New York on kidnapping, domestic violence, and other charges. Governor Mills and Attorney General Fry announced the abortion pill will remain available in Maine without new restrictions. Maine will not be affected by the limits enacted by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals following a decision from U.S. District Court Judge Thomas Rice. Maine joined several other states which sued the FDA for restricting the abortion pill. Judge Rice issued an order to keep mifepristone available in the District of Columbia and 17 states that were party to that suit. The pill will remain accessible in those states until and unless a higher court rules otherwise. Governor Mills issued a statement in response to the decision saying, quote, "At a time when the reproductive rights of women are under constant attack, this is welcome, positive news and a relief, particularly when it comes to protecting the health and welfare of Maine women, especially those who live in rural areas of our state. My administration will continue to work closely with the Office of the Attorney General to fight back against those who will not rest until the reproductive rights of women are completely stripped away," end quote. And in other news this noon, a Brewer woman faces up to 3 decades in prison. 48-year-old Carol Bragdon pleaded guilty Thursday to wire fraud, making false statements and making a straw purchase. That is when someone legally purchases a firearm and then gives it to someone who's prohibited from using or owning guns. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Bragdon used false statements and provided false documentation to a mortgage lender with hopes of securing a loan from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. She's also accused of illegally obtaining 5 guns from Maine Military Supply and then giving them to someone who is not legally allowed to possess them. Bragdon now faces a sentence of up to 30 years in prison and 5 years of supervised release. She will be sentenced at a later date. And a close call this morning as the Orrington Fire Department responded to reports of a car fire close to the pumps at Labs Auto. Fire Chief Scott Stewart says the owner of the vehicle pulled into the gas station after experiencing mechanical issues and seeing smoke coming from the car. The driver soon discovered that the engine was on fire. He says the gas pump's extinguisher system went off to prevent the fire from escalating near the fuel pumps. Stewart says firefighters acted quickly, and he shared a few words of caution when drivers encounter car problems while on the road.
We had it under control in just a couple of minutes, and within 10 minutes it was completely extinguished. Obviously, if you're driving, don't park it near something if you can help it. Keep it away from other things, and then just stay away from it. Don't endanger yourself, and call the fire department early.
According to Stewart, the gas station must recharge their pumps now before they can reopen. A scary crash last night on the main turnpike in Saco. The highway had to be shut down for several hours following a pair of accidents involving two tractor-trailer trucks. Officials say the call came in around 10:30 from the southbound lanes. The driver of an SUV was trying to make a last-minute exit from the turnpike and ended up cutting off a tractor-trailer, sending it into the median. A second tractor-trailer was unable to avoid striking the first truck, and both ended up catching fire. The driver of the SUV, 50-year-old Fidel Kadiri of Biddeford, was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The drivers of both trucks were not injured. The southbound lane of the turnpike was closed for 4 hours while crews cleared that wreckage. Certainly a scary scene there. And fire investigators say the blaze that damaged a business in Farmington this week was an accident. Crews were called to Phillips Motorsports Wednesday night when the owner noticed smoke coming from the business. Crews from several departments raced to the scene and had the flames knocked down in a short amount of time, but not before the building, tools, and a car were damaged. According to the Morning Sentinel, fire investigators say that fire could have been caused by a number of things, but they've ruled it accidental. Well, members of a Maine tribe are the latest to file civil complaints against the Catholic Diocese of Maine. 4 members of the Penobscot Nation are suing the diocese for childhood sexual abuse. Our David Ledford has that story.
Maine Catholic Diocese has known for decades, if not hundreds of years, that it had a significant, serious problem with child sex abuse among its priests.
4 members of the Penobscot Tribal Nation are suing the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland, claiming that the group concealed information that enabled abuse. The 4 men allege that they were sexually abused as children by 3 priests at St. Anne's Catholic Church on the Penobscot Indian Island Reservation. Patricia Graffam, program coordinator for the Penobscot Nation Domestic and Sexual Violence Advocacy Center, says that the lawsuits are an important step towards justice for the survivors.
I hope going forward, I hope the 4 men from Penobscot Nation today, I hope this is the beginning of their healing journey. It makes me sad. Attorney
Michael Bigos, who is handling the cases with Berman and Simmons trial attorneys, says that the abuse in 3 of the cases took place between 1972 and 1979, when the plaintiffs were between 7 and 12 years old. Bigos says the 4th incident took place in 1987, when one of the plaintiffs was 16 years old. These civil complaints bring the total number of lawsuits filed against the Portland Diocese by Berman and Simmons to 25.
We hope with the filing of these lawsuits that other survivors that may want to come forward will feel comfortable in doing so, that there are safety in numbers, and that when it's their time, they can come forward.
Bigos says that 2 of the alleged victims wish to remain anonymous at this time, and that the law firm hopes to depose the 2 living priests named in the lawsuits. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, a driver who led police on a chase through several towns in Waldo County is now facing numerous charges. The sheriff's office received a call Thursday morning about a vehicle being driven recklessly. Deputies caught up with the vehicle on the Oak Hill Road in Swanville, but they say 23-year-old Shane Reynolds refused to pull over. Additional law enforcement responded and deployed spike strips in Belfast. They say Reynolds continued to try to flee with deflated tires until members of the Maine State Police were able to perform a pit maneuver on the vehicle in Windsor. Reynolds was transported to Waldo County General Hospital by sheriff's deputies for evaluation. He's now facing several charges, including driving to endanger, eluding an officer, and reckless conduct. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, the town of Bucksport puts a moratorium on permitting landfills, but there could still be the one there in the future. We'll explain just ahead.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Have both Medicare and Medicaid? Now's the time to explore your options and choose the coverage that's right for you. Choose a plan that offers you more benefits at no additional cost. Millions of members turn to WellCare for benefits and services that go beyond basic Medicare and help them lead better, healthier lives. Choose a plan with zero or low monthly premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. And with WellCare, you don't just pay less, you get more. More dental with comprehensive coverage, including dentures and crowns. More vision and hearing with an eyewear allowance and hearing aids. Plus prescription drug coverage with $0 preferred generics and free home delivery. Call us at 1-877-267-8416 to speak to a friendly licensed representative and request a free all-in-one guide. There's no obligation. We're here to help you review your options to see if a WellCare plan is the right decision for you. WellCare has a large network of quality doctors and specialists. Plus, we offer PPOD SNPs with the freedom and flexibility to choose your preferred provider in some areas. Enjoy free over-the-counter healthcare items and free groceries with a healthy food card. Plus, free transportation to doctors and pharmacies and free meals delivered to your home. Get convenient access to care with our telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a free gym membership with online classes. WellCare is a leader in government-sponsored health care. It has been serving those with Medicare, Medicaid, and prescription drug for more than 35 years. Call now. We're here to answer your questions and even assist enrolling you over the phone. Choose the company that puts your health first. WellCare, Medicare done well. Call now and get a free copy of our all-in-one guide. 1-877-267-8416.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The Bucksport Town Council has approved a moratorium on permitting landfills, but that doesn't mean one couldn't operate there in the future.
Would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
The council approved the measure Thursday night. Town manager Sue Lassard says the moratorium was put in place to give the council time to adopt a formal solid waste facility licensing ordinance for Bucksport. That ordinance could well be needed in the future, according to the Ellsworth American AIM Corporation, which does business as the Bucksport Mill, has proposed a partnership with the town to operate the mill jointly as a landfill. But commercial landfills were banned in the state decades ago, so the landfill would have to be owned by a municipality in order to operate legally. The moratorium gives the council time to go through a local review process for the facility, as well as formally establishing policies around licensing and other ownership matters. Penobscot County has put the former YMCA building in Bangor up for sale. The building on Hammond Street has fallen into disrepair in recent years. The county purchased the building back in 2017. Penobscot County Administrator Scott Adkins says the county originally planned to house inmates there to ease overcrowding at the county jail. Now he hopes the building can be repurposed in another way that could benefit the community.
Could be transitional housing. Affordable housing, a combination of, and finding the right partner to take that project on would have to be something that the commissioners looked at in order to make that happen. I don't see us doing that on our own.
Adkins says right now the county's biggest priority is keeping the building from deteriorating any further. Well, educators, parents, and legislators are highlighting a growing concern that many preschools serving students with disabilities are at risk of closure. And they're also looking at what the state of Maine can do to help. Our Devin Dagnall has that story.
This is a bill that's really a hopeful bill that really is trying to help kids realize their fullest potential.
The Maine Association for Community Service Providers recently surveyed 24 special purpose preschool programs in the state. From that survey, all schools reported having a wait list. Nearly 3/4 of them reported having to reduce their census within the last year, and 20% reported they considered closing their program altogether. According to Representative Drew Katine, many of these problems are due to inadequate funding and reimbursement.
Right now, these kids get health care services through MaineCare, but there isn't any state contribution to the educational services that they need.
Thursday, Katine presented LD 1309 as a solution for special purpose preschool reimbursement. An exact amount has not been determined, but if passed, the bill would direct Child Development Services to eventually provide more funding to special purpose preschool programs.
Really what this bill does is it requires the state to work with providers and teachers and educators and families to try to develop that rate. And once that work is done, we'll know exactly how much it could cost.
According to the executive director of Kids Peace, Rachel Bosquet, if the bill does not pass, it could spell disaster for not only the schools, but for the families they serve as well.
When you're thinking about preschool and you're thinking about that specialized care, if that didn't exist, the burden, honestly, that it would put on a number of families, communities, schools, and so it's really an effort in order to support.
In Augusta, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, coming up, the latest on the leak of classified documents and steps the Biden administration is taking. Stay with us.
I've been in a few accidents and had surgery on my right foot first and contracted a blood disorder. I had quite a few seizures after that and then had a massive stroke. That was a really rough time in my life. Donna has helped me through so much. She knew exactly what I was going through, and she made sure that I had nurses in my home. She helps me with all of my medications. She coordinates all my rides to any facility I need to go to. She talks to my doctors personally. Thanks to Donna, I'm sitting in my own home and I'm getting the care I need and I'm getting all the therapy I need. It's made my life tremendously easier.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Donna?
I am okay. How's your morning been? You're not overdoing, are you?
No, I'm not overdoing it.
Okay, remember you are in recovery. You come first.
She gives me hope. She gives me faith. She puts a smile on my face every time I talk to her. I call her my second sister, and I've never even met her. Hello.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it is good to meet you.
I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me.
That's what I'm here for. I love being able to make your life easier when I can and get you the care you need.
And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget you.
Never forget you either, buddy.
If I didn't have Donna in my life, I don't think that I'd be sitting where I'm sitting right now.
Building new or replacing an aging deck? Take a look at high-performance Trex composite decking and railing from Hammond Lumber Company. Trex outperforms wood and is available in colors and configurations to fit every taste and price point. Your Hammond sales rep will help you with your design and product choices and can connect you with local builders. And Hammond delivers from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Make the most of outdoor living with Trex composite decking and railing from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Now to the young man arrested in connection with that leak of sensitive U.S. intelligence documents. Of course, the big question, how did the 21-year-old allegedly get his hands on them? ABC's M. Wen has more on what the Pentagon is saying.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has already ordered a review of how the Pentagon manages who gets access to sensitive information. Austin says the process will look into intelligence access and control procedures to, quote, prevent this kind of incident from happening again. We spoke to a former intelligence official in the Biden administration. He says the Pentagon must do more to protect classified information.
We need to do a lot more to safeguard classified information. Thousands of people have security clearances. Sensitive information is readily available over computer systems. We need to do more to use high tech to track inappropriate handling and disclosure of this information. We have an uncomfortable number of active duty military, law enforcement, and government personnel who may be adopting or at least find resonance in extremist or conspiracy theories, and they are willing to act on it, whether it's an act of violence or to engage in activity such as disclosing classified information.
The suspect in the Pentagon leak case worked with communications systems at the Massachusetts Air National Guard. A U.S. official describes that role as combat IT, keeping the military cyber infrastructure running. It's unclear if he had security clearance, but we're told it's possible he worked on computers that contained classified information.
Well, the World Health Organization is warning that massive efforts are needed to reduce salt intake as millions of lives are at risk. With more, once again, we turn back to ABC's Wen for the Medical Minute.
Sodium is an essential nutrient, but when consumed in excess can lead to several health issues such as heart disease, stroke, and premature death. A global target to reduce sodium intake 30% by 2025 was put in place, but the World Health Organization says the world is currently off track to reach this goal. The global average estimate of salt intake is 10.8 grams a day, which is more than double the organization's recommendation of 5 grams a day. They say that implementing sodium reduction policies can save an estimated 7 million people by 2030, but so far only 9 countries have implemented such policies, and the United States is not one of them. Sodium in prepackaged or ultra-processed foods pose a great risk to high sodium consumption, things like frozen meals, canned foods, and deli meats. The CDC recommends checking nutrition labels, opting for foods that say reduced sodium, and looking for fresh, frozen, or canned veggies with no sodium added are all good ways to reduce your intake. And be sure to talk to your doctor if you have any concerns about your sodium intake, as they can direct you to resources and guidance that may be helpful. With this Medical Minute, I'm Wen, ABC News.
Definitely an issue that many of us struggle with. Alrighty, folks, when we come back, Devin Biggs has your full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Thomas. Here is Devin Biggs with your full 5-day.
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. Alrighty, here we go. TGIF. We made it to Friday and the weather's looking beautiful out here with just a few clouds that are currently moving through, at least at this point. We do have a warm front off toward the north located right about in here. That's going to be moving in. It's going to be giving us some nice temperatures. If you love 70-degree temperatures, today is that day to really enjoy it, though, as high temperatures today will make it into the lower 70s. We'll have plenty of sunshine to enjoy all this with as well. Maybe a few passing clouds, but not much cloud cover on the way for a while yet. We'll be mostly clear again later on tonight, and we'll see a lot of sunshine again for the daytime tomorrow. By tomorrow night and the parts of Sunday morning, we'll be watching clouds moving in. And notice some of these returns here. I can't rule out maybe a chance for a little bit of drizzle, but for now, holding things dry as we head towards Sunday morning with a mostly cloudy sky. Wave height's not bad. 1 to 2 foot wave heights being noted, at least at this point. No advisories in effect along the coast. The only thing to keep things in mind for is the fact that, all right, the water temperatures are still rather cold out there in the 40s and 50s, so definitely be careful with the ocean. Maybe hold off on that, at least at this point. Let's see how the appropriate scuba gear. But otherwise, though, here we go. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday recently this week, we've had temperatures in the 50s and 60s, almost 70 degrees yesterday, and we're going to do even warmer today with lower 70s on the way, well above our average high of 53 degrees. Then we'll fall into the mid-60s by Saturday and 50s again Sunday, Monday, and also into your Tuesday, upper 40s Wednesday, and mid-50s again as we head towards your Thursday again. So that means all the snow is melting out there, right? We have 6 inches of snow still on the ground over in the Caribou area. While further down toward the south, all right, not much of any snow left over as a lot of it's melted with the warmer temperatures. So definitely get outside and enjoy those warmer temperatures like this. Lower 70s today, mostly sunny. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All righty, here we go. Upper 30s for tonight. Mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, mid-60s, partly cloudy with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Here's a look at your extended forecast here brought to you by Paramount Paving. So again, looking pretty good, at least moving forward. By Sunday, we're looking nice, mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 50s. And again, Monday into Tuesday, we do have chances for rain on the way as temperatures do start to warm up as well. So while the air temperatures here are starting to look good, again, a word of caution with the ocean. Water temperatures are still cold. Maybe stay out of there unless you have the appropriate gear. So please be careful with that moving forward. But again, if you're enjoying things on land, you'll be able to enjoy it with the exception of Monday and Tuesday.
Alrighty, Devin, thank you so much. Well, good grief. This sheepadoodle is taking over the internet for looking just like the iconic Snoopy. This is Bailey, though, the 1-year-old sheepadoodle, though he might just be Snoopy's real-life doppelganger. He's definitely cute, that is for sure. Bailey's look resembles the Peanut characters with the white face, big black fluffy ears, and a black button nose. Oh, I just want to squeeze him. The uncanny resemblance was called out by the Instagram account Doodle Dogs Club, sending Bailey into internet fame. The pup, though, in fact, is a sheepadoodle, which is a mixture of an Old English sheepdog and a miniature poodle. The real-life Snoopy, as you might recall, was a beagle. Just both adorable. Alrighty, folks. Well, finally this afternoon, Bangor's engineering department hosted a community design workshop to drum up some ideas on how to beautify Pickering Square. The public workshop kicked off a series of roundtable discussions on that project. During the meeting, community members shared their ideas for the multi-phase effort. Landscaper and architect Jeff Davis says there's been lots of interest in adding more public art and green spaces in the area. He says the department will consider the public input as they plan the final phase.
When you have a public project, you want the public's input because it's not just me that's going to use the space, it's the residents, the business owners, people visiting. So we really want to know what people want to use and want to see here so people actually use it.
So a survey out on the city's Facebook page where the public can comment on fixtures and amenities they'd like to see added to Pickering Square. So make your voices heard there, folks. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, thank you so much for watching. Join us here back at 6 o'clock. Good day to you, everybody.